what fills your cup. Those things, big and small, that make each day rewarding. Here's what fills our cup at Educators Credit Union. When you walk in the lobby and see your favorite teller, cultivating financial literacy to build stronger communities. And we help you buy a home when you didn't think it was possible. The best part? Seeing you leave with a smile because we made a difference in your life. It fills our cup to see you succeed because we're more than a financial. We're people helping people. Educators Credit Union, achieving more together.
Show you what's up, 'cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back.
Some people see a dollar, others see potential. That's because every dollar you invest today, buddy, with a little bit of patience, could be worth $36 in the future. Imagine the potential of all your dollars. The financial wellness app Acorns makes it so easy to save and invest. So download Acorns and give your money a chance to make a whole bunch of little money babies. Acorns, grow your oak.
At Quick Trip, we're known for our fresh and delicious food and our dedication to providing the best customer service. Did you know it takes more than 34,000 dedicated, hard-working people bringing their best every day to make that happen? Quick Trip wants to thank all our co-workers for their tireless hard work and dedication to making a difference in someone's life. Hey, join us in saying thank you to the family of co-workers known for their love of community and treating everyone like family. For our fresh and delicious food and our dedication to providing the best customer service. Did you know it takes more than 34,000 dedicated, hard-working people bringing their best every day to make that happen? Quick Trip wants to thank all our co-workers for their tireless hard work and dedication to making a difference in someone's life. Hey, join us in saying thank you to the family of co-workers known for their love of community and treating everyone like family.
If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's a goal! So 3-3, the power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Why Soccer.com? We've been right by your side for over 40 years with the Soccer.com advantage. Unmatched selection and expertise. Free shipping on footwear and the 30-day wear test. Save up to 10% on every purchase and join the millions of Gold Club members in the Soccer.com community with a Gold Club membership, the longest-running soccer rewards program in the U.S. Delivering the game since 1984. ShopSoccer.com.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on Channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. Well, my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swam 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. Other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3, the power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids, complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
The customer service has just blown us away. I have never reached out and not gotten a response within a couple hours, honestly. Like every single time, it's immediate. It's to the right people that know the answer. Like it's not even, hey, let me look into that. It's an answer right away, whether it be something that they know they need to fix or, hey, this is how you do it. The customer service has just blown us away. I have never reached out and not gotten a response within a couple hours. Honestly, like every single time it's immediate. It's to the right people that know the answer. Like it's not even, hey, let me look into that. It's an answer right away, whether it be something that they know they need to fix or, hey, this is how you do it.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. Well, my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway, a 2-on-0, a shot, and a goal! So 3-3, the power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Now this is some bull.
And another 3 for the ball! Oh, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm's here to help. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The best things in life are sweet and free too, especially when they come from Chicago's own Sweet Mandy B's. Today, we're celebrating the iconic bakery's 20th birthday.
Happy
Look at day over 10.
birthday! The bakery began at home with the owners baking desserts for friends and family, and then in 2002, Sweet Mandy B's opened its first storefront. They're known for their old-fashioned desserts, and they were nice enough to send us a bunch of them. Look at these cupcakes. This is what I've had when I've gone there, is these delicious cupcakes.
They look
right? They're pretty. What do you guys have?
Sugar cookie with frosting. I also recommend the molasses cookie.
Oh, yes,
my
the best.
goodness, it's
That is
so
the
good.
best.
Oh,
I
have Oreo frosted brownie.
Okay, and then I'm not sure what this is. It says
Just dough it.
just dough it.
That's
Look
the
at this.
cookie
Look at
with
this, you
cookie
guys.
dough
There's
in
something.
the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have a iced Rice Krispie treat that I'm not trading with anyone.
You like Rice Krispies, huh?
I do.
That's
I
perfect.
do.
Look at this. I feel like you either
5-year-old
love
in
them
me
or
do.
you hate them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No in between.
All my kids' birthday cakes.
This is where you get it from?
Sweet Mandy B's for years and years.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, we've been eating nonstop for today.
Yeah,
oh, here we go.
Stop now.
Go tea. Let's see. Oh, how is it?
Sugar rush.
It's absolutely delicious.
She's gonna be ready for a nap after the show.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game. So I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the postgame show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. Well, my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's a goal! So 3-3, the power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Now this is some bull.
And another 3 for the ball! Oh, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm's here to help. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you start your paint project with Ace and our Extra Mile Promise, you'll never have to stop and run back to the hardware store. Because the Extra Mile Promise guarantees you'll get everything you need to paint in one trip or delivery is free.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I threw away my retainer again? My parents are going to be so mad at me. Are you looking to replace your lost or broken retainer? Perhaps bank a free retainer for the future. Would you like to be part of something that guarantees you a new retainer and gives back to the community at the same time? If yes, then we have the perfect solution for you. Willow Lake Orthodontics is proud to offer their unique Retainers Make a Difference program. We offer our patients and families an opportunity to replace their retainers simply by putting in a little hard work and lending a helping hand at the local food pantry, the local farm, or a Glenview retirement community. Every patient that completes their volunteer hours earns a voucher for a free retainer. So instead of worrying about spending your savings for a new retainer, take advantage of this opportunity and call us now to get started. As both residents and business owners in Glenview, Willow Lake Orthodontics is excited that Remade is a win for our families and the community we live in.
Hey Lady Bears, Indiana Fever Guard, Kelsey Mitchell here, and on behalf of the Nike family and myself, we want to tell you congratulations on all accomplished this year. On top of that, we got a little bit of a surprise for you. Unfortunately, I hate that I couldn't deliver, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to see you soon. Good luck, congratulations, and keep going.
How's it going, everybody? It is 7:23 p.m., which means it's about some time
for some Midwest Premier League soccer. I'm Kyle Smith alongside Bob Vilsue. Bob, we clarified with the coaching staff, with Coach Mukwanzi, if Steel City wins and Rockford defeats Edgewater Castle tomorrow night, Steel City has the head-to-head tiebreaker. That's the first tiebreaker in the conference, and they would move to Division I.
And a couple other good things about that. Steel City is in currently 5th place with a game in hand, 14 points. Edgewater Castle is 2nd place, currently sitting there with 9 games played and 17 points. Now, if Edgewater Castle does indeed win tomorrow night at Rockford, they'll have 20 points and will win 1st place. If they tie with Rockford, they'll have 18 points, and that will also end Chicago Steel's dreams of coming in 1st or 2nd. But it's a real possibility tonight. Steel City is sitting in 5th place with 14 points. They're playing the Strikers from Fox Valley in 6th place with 13 points. Tomorrow, Edgewater plays Rockford. Now, the bad thing about Rockford is they're 7th place with only 10 points. And Edgewater with 17 points and Rockford with 10 points. In soccer terms, that's like eternity. So that's going to be a tough go for Rockford to win that game, especially when they're not playing for something and Edgewater is.
Right. The other problem is when you have nothing to play for, you can put in guys that usually aren't in the starting lineup, or you do stuff in practice. You do stuff in the match that you haven't been doing in practice to try new things because you have nothing to worry about.
Well, and of course, from Steel City's perspective, sometimes that works really well, and all of a sudden a team that hasn't won before, all of a sudden these bench warmers with something to prove get out on the field.
That's what they're hoping for.
Yeah.
They're hoping that if they're going to do that, that they're utilizing plays and set pieces, etc., that have worked well in practice. Maybe they haven't used as much in previous matches, but they would use tomorrow night. But first things first, partner, a loss or a draw tomorrow night means nothing. So for Steel City, you got to find a way to win tonight.
Well, that's going to be easy because they're going to be on a mission. Of course, listen to me, it's easy to say that. I'm not on the field playing, right? But that's going to be easy. They're on a mission. Strikers are not. Steel City is going to put everything they have into this game. Jake Lysick is back, which is kind of nice. Him and Baumgarten will be renewed in the front line again. Now, Baumgarten, who's a defender at DePaul in his life, has scored just so many goals here with Steel City and has done a fantastic job on offense. Really, he's been more of a midfielder where he goes back on defense and then stays up on offense. Last game, we saw him as one of the 2 strikers. Does a fantastic job. But I'm putting my money tonight. I probably shouldn't use those words exactly, but I'm putting my money tonight on Steel City to win. I'm going to say 3-0. They're going to be on a mission. They've been on a mission this whole entire year. This division, it's not easy to win in, and for them to be in a spot where they can claim 2nd place here with a loss from Edgewater tomorrow, they've got a shot at it.
I think it's going to be a closer match. I know Strikers didn't have a lot of warm-ups. Most of their players weren't here until 7 or 7:05. But this is a Strikers team that's only 1 point behind Steel City in the standings. So I don't know. I'm hoping the best for Steel City. They played pretty well at this pitch. But at the same time, it's the same pitch where they were up 1-0 on Berber and they blew that lead. They'd have 16 points tonight instead of 14.
Well, and that would give them, if they were to win tonight, that would put them at 19, tied with RKC Third Coast. And then the tiebreak would be between them and RKC Third Coast, assuming a win from Edgewater. Edgewater would still have 20 points. So you're a tie for 2nd with RKC Third Coast as opposed to a tie with Edgewater Castle. They might be better off with a tie with Edgewater Castle here. You know, obviously we need Rockford to win that game tomorrow. That would be a fun ride out to Rockford to watch that game, but we're here tonight.
And we're not going to have pre-game festivities with the kids, which is interesting. We usually have that, but we're going to go straight into it tonight.
That's fun, too. At halftime when the kids come out, at the end of the game, they have the signing. This is a great place to play. Here we are. Dooley Health and Care Field. Of course, a lot of you think of it as Slammers Stadium, right? And the view here is really good. Besides the stadium being absolutely first class, and other than the baseball diamond, but the baseball diamond is all turf. It's not real dirt. But across from here is Joliet High School. It's just a fantastic, old style architecture, humongous buildings. It's gorgeous to look at. It's a great place to play. It's great soccer weather tonight. Maybe 72 degrees. There's overcast clouds. There's threat of rain. We're underneath a bunch of umbrellas. So if the rain comes straight down, all our equipment is safe. If the rain comes at an angle, well, I think we're going to get it either in the face or on our back. So perfect soccer weather, though. It's not 100 degrees. Players are going to be enjoying it tonight. And unfortunately for both of these teams, it's the last game of the year, and they're going to hate that.
But most of these players are still playing college soccer, so they have their upcoming season to look forward to, especially for Christian Baumgartner. That young man has a big future ahead of him, just an underclassman at DePaul going into his junior year.
Intriguing that he's listed as a defender at DePaul, and yet he's so offensive-minded here. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see DePaul say, I guess you've proven your worth in the front third, right? So we'll put you at striker or at least midfield.
So here we go as the clock starts and Steel City season is on the line if they'd like to get into Division I.
I do wonder how many of the Steel City players will drive out to Rockford tonight if they win today to watch that game. Of course, it could also be a kind of a heartbreak. You drive to Rockford and then Edgewater Castle ends up getting beat or winning. I'm sorry.
So the starters for Steel City, they're going to go with Doppelhofer, but between the pipes, Declan Nugent, number 21, number 10, Rodrigo Munoz at midfield, Justin Darlarge at midfield, defender Martin O'Toole, Pavel Valchev, who we had in the pregame show, AJ Vora, the other defender, midfielder Jake Lysick. He's a late addition. Didn't think he was going to start today because of his injury problems the previous 2 matches, but he's going to start today and try to battle his way through it. Christian Baumgartner, the train, of course, starting at midfielder number 19, Corey Pitlick, number 17 midfielder, and Quinn Clayton, number 14 midfielder.
If I were Jake Lysick, I would certainly want to play today. It's last game of the year. It's a fun team to play on. If something, hopefully doesn't happen, but if something were to happen, there's a nice lead pass to Baumgartner and pass back. Here's an opportunity.
So a little give and go action, trying to give it to Vora, but read well that time by Strikers. As Strikers in the white, Steel City in the red and black. Throw in coming up as here comes Strikers. Doppelhofer saw it all the way. As Doppelhofer with it, a little underhand pass over to Christian Baumgartner.
So anyway, if I was Lysick, I would absolutely play today. Hopefully nothing happens to him, but I would want to play the last game of the year. And then if something does happen, well, you've got some time to heal from his perspective.
Right, but the fact that he's injured, how many minutes can he actually give you? The theory was if it was a tie score, Lysick might be more valuable coming off the bench. He'd have fresh legs and everybody else would be tired. Being injured, how many minutes can he give you tonight?
Yeah, very, very astute comments there, right? But if I'm Lysick, I'm like, forget the astute comments. I want to play. Start me, coach. Start me, coach. Come on, don't have enough history with this team. I've been on here. It's your top player for the last 5 years. Come on, coach. Start me. Put me in, coach. Even at center field.
Right. There's wanting to play, and then there's also how much can you give it a go.
If it's just a regular foul, you don't need a common foul. Yeah, common foul, no number.
So the first, X number of minutes in this game here has been kind of even, both sides. I guess you could argue maybe Steel City has had a little better opportunities, but it's been relatively even. Both teams have had the ball for about the same amount of time, about the same number of turnovers. They do need to reduce the number of turnovers, but it's been a up and back game. Here's an opportunity from the left side here. Great save. All right, we're going to get a corner kick out of that. So our first corner set piece now is happening. What a great save, though. It was at a tough angle. Goalie made was in the way perfectly. Went wide. The goalie pushes it out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in from the side. Kyle just hurt his head. Welcome back. Got a throw in from the side for Edgewater Castle. Into the middle, defended, now up already at midfield. Yeah, Baumgartner with the ball.
Here comes Baumgartner as he'll get past midfield. Slide tackle action, and Baumgartner able to get away past the D, trying to get it to Vora. Read well by Strikers as past Lysick's foot. Steel City would like to thank its presenting partner, Ozinga. Ozinga is a fourth-generation family-owned American business in the construction materials industry. They make a positive impact on individuals, their families, and the community for generations by providing concrete aggregates and cement that help build a better future.
Just a note on Vora. While Lysick was out, Vora did a great job up there with Baumgartner, and now all three of them are in the Strikers. So they got 3 forwards in this alignment. Last week without Lysick, they had 2 forwards, and boy, Vora did a great job filling that void.
Lysick around it, as was Baumgartner.
There's a lot of offensive prowess up here. If the defense from Steel can keep the ball in the forward third, there could be some fireworks tonight. So like I said, I'm projecting 3-0. We'll see. There's a push from behind that never hurt anybody, I guess. It's going to be a throw-in from the side.
After it is Vora near midfield.
Flashing his speed.
Yeah. Tap it back to the midfielders. Only one forward listed on the depth chart tonight for Steel City's starting lineup, but you're going to see Vora in that striking position more than midfield tonight as he leads the team in assists.
Well, and as the defense plays well and keeps the ball pushed up, you're going to see him and Baumgartner and Lysick storming the net.
Between the pipes tonight for Strikers is their goalkeeper, number 99. Number 99, Cameron Crawford. Strikers on the attack. They were on the attack earlier in the match. And they had an early, kind of a chance to score, but it was from a tough angle and it was read well by Doppelhofer.
That was a great chance, absolutely a top quality shot, but it was, like you said, tough angle. It was a good save. All you can do if you're the goalie is act big and react quickly. Nice ground ball to the shortstop, picked up behind first base. Steele taking it out again to the left side. Probably I'd need to turn it back over either to the goalie or to the right side. They have to relieve the pressure. I like the pressure that the Strikers are putting on, though.
When Steel City travels, it travels with DRC Buick GMC in Joliet. DRC is a leader in supporting Joliet, servicing the area for over 40 years with all of their Kai buying and servicing needs. In the center circle, lead pass, and just a little bit too much on it.
That was a pretty precise pass.
Tried to split through two defenders of Steel.
Just too much pace on the ball.
Meanwhile, lead pass to Baumgartner. He's got Vora on the right as Vora is trying to keep it in play.
Lysick all by himself on the left side if they can find a way to get it to him.
If I'm Strikers, knowing that Lysick is hurt, I have all my eyes on Baumgartner and Vora, and I'm just begging Lysick to beat me. And I know that sounds weird since Lysick's the all-time points leader, but that's when he's healthy. Some players can play when they're hurt or when they're sick. You think of the Jordan flu game, and there's other players. Remember when Andre Dawson had that bad knee injury with the Cubs? He wasn't even a shell of himself in that 1989 National League Championship Series.
Yeah, I'm going to put my money on Lysick. I'm not fine, but is actually in very good shape and will probably have a lot of energy that he's going to want to expend in this game.
And I remember that AFC Championship game, Mark Brunell had to play through broken ribs, and the Jaguars got destroyed against the Titans. Lead pass, read well by Doppelhofer. A couple of minor league teams taking a look at him. The Austrian goalkeeper. We got an Austrian goalkeeper and a center back from Bulgaria starting tonight for Steel City.
And a striker from DePaul.
Over to Vora. He has three men around Vora right now.
Yeah, he's excited too. I think I'd like to see a little bit of passing there, but he's working hard, got tripped up. Now they got a free kick from there. It's a great angle.
Yeah.
So probably a high kick to the far post, and who's there? Lysick, and of course there'll be more. Oh, no, they put it in play right away instead. That surprises me. That was a great spot for a set piece.
Guess they were hoping that Strikers was going to keep arguing the call, and maybe they'd be on their off foot, maybe an odd man rush for Steel City.
I have to agree with you on that one. I think that's probably exactly what they were thinking.
They were arguing because it was an interesting call. It's one of those weird things in soccer where the guy that committed the foul was actually on the pitch, and the guy that was fouled was standing straight up. And usually it's the other way around, right? But he was starting to fall down, and then he was able to keep his balance. And then the guy that committed the illegal slide tackle actually fell down when he was already on the pitch. And then he stayed on the pitch trying to commit the slide tackle.
So you're going to keep calling this baseball field a pitch?
Remember, it's a football pitch or a soccer field. Baumgartner, half step on the D. He shoots. He scores! Baumgartner and Steel City are still very much alive for advancing to Division I.
You could absolutely tell that was the strategy for Chicago, for Steel City. They were attacking the middle. Baumgartner had to either pass to Lysick or Voorhees. In that one, he had just perfect position on the defender and took it to the right of the goalkeeper, and obviously a perfect shot into the net.
Got it past Crawford, and doesn't matter how many guys are around Baumgartner, he makes you pay no matter what.
Well, the trouble there was kind of a one-on-one, so he went to the right to relieve the pressure, right, and nobody could stop him. And of course, they can't really unmark the other players because then it's too easy to get a pass. Lysick especially was wide open on the left, but Baumgartner made a great play. Now 1-0. They're 1/3 of the way there of the 3-0 prediction. Now, if you're the Strikers, you need to press. In the standings, you're 1 point behind behind Steel City, so a draw won't do it. You get that point, but so does Steel City. So you got to win the game if you're in leapfrog them in the standings. So the goal got scored. We can't say either team is more spirited than the other, although after the goal now, Strikers have had the ball.
No. Free kick coming up, as it's going to be a free kick coming up for Strikers Fox Valley. What's Lysick on the pass. What's he doing? I don't know what he's... Forget it. Where's the card? Put it back in.
The game beforehand was a couple of high school teams. There was nobody on the side, no kids, chasing the soccer balls when they go out of bounds. It's nice to have somebody chasing the ball now for this game. Back out of bounds. We get another one in quickly. And again, we've had a lot of play in the middle third of the field here today, except for that one goal. Slowing it down a bit. Strikers.
Nice throw in. Able to keep it in bounds.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was a throw-in from Will Harris. Over to Vora. Remember, 1-0 lead, but Steel City does not want the...
So the ball all the way across the field. We're going to have a throw-in for Steel City. And the ball chaser is running down the ball. This would have been a longer break in the high school game. There, the ball's in play already. Turning it around, crossing the field probably. Oh, maybe not. They're holding it. Now the cross is happening. Over to the right side.
Kyle, he's helping with stats.
Okay, the ball got turned over safely with the defense.
What's going on?
I don't hear his. All right, we're good.
Centered and out. So this will be a goal kick. That was a nice centering pass. Now somebody has to obviously get to the other end of the pass and kick it in the goal, but that was a dangerous pass right into the goal box. Nobody touched it, went out of bounds. Now the goalkeeper gets to put it where he wants. It looks like he's looking to pass it to a defender. Not a lot of people are at midfield. Now players are moving back as the goalkeeper is taking more time on the play.
Midwest Orthopedics at Rush, the highest ranked orthopedic program in Illinois, is proud to serve the Joliet community. To be the best, see the best. Couldn't clear it. Here comes Strikers, the men in white and gray, but past the feet, and it's going to be a throw-in coming up for Steel City. As a quick throw-in. That time it was by 34 and Martin O'Toole. And able to get it that time is Crawford.
I felt like that was going to be offsides if the pass connected, but of course you don't call the offside until it's actually touched, so we'll never know. But it appeared like it was going to be. Now a battle at midfield. Wisely giving ground, tremendous pressure from Steel City.
At the boundary, here comes Fox Valley, lead pass and read well by Doppelhofer. No lead is safe in a soccer match in the Midwest Premier League, but if this gets to be a 2-0 lead for Steel City, I think they're going to feel pretty good about themselves. But 1-0 is still a bit iffy.
Well, they're like they started the season. They're on a mission. They win this game. At least they can say they're tied for second place for now, and then a chance. They need help from somebody else.
They have the head-to-head tiebreaker.
Right.
But they're down a full 3 points. So Edgewater cannot win or draw tomorrow night. They need a lot of help. You know, the crazy part of it is, too, is, you know, we talked about that Berber City match where they blew the 1-0 lead late in the match. It was a great goal, that, by the way, by Sam Bennett, Christian Baumgartner's teammate at DePaul, by the way. Bennett is a forward at DePaul. Baumgartner a defender. But even if they had won that match, they'd have 16 points instead of 14. But the crazy part is if Edgewater wins tomorrow night with 20, and let's say Steel City won tonight with 19, they would lose the tiebreaker against RKC, as this is near the box, cleared away by Strikers.
Yeah, there's a good chance Edgewater is going to end up first place in this, because tomorrow they're playing the 7th place team, Rockford, and one would expect to win.
They lost to on the road, though.
Well, sometimes those matchups have
Leisig with a chance off the body and headed away by Strikers, but not a lot. As a turnaround kick, are they going to call offside or a foul on Steele?
Had to be a foul there. If it was a foul the other way in the box, you'd be seeing a penalty kick.
Pitlick was on the turnaround kick, but the foul was called, I believe it was called on Leisig.
Sometimes I feel like referees call fouls on the offense in the box to alleviate the pressure.
Early on in the match, 2 shots on goal for Steel City, 1 for Strikers, both teams with 2 shots apiece.
Yeah, I don't like that foot from behind on the back of the leg there. Right on the back of, is that Baumgartner? No, okay. So again, they put it in play right away as opposed to a set piece. So Steel City, you feel like is in a hurry, in other words, on a mission. They're not letting anything get in the way.
Tapping him on the back that time, Baumgartner. A little love tap, I guess.
Or arm grab, whatever you want to call it. Nice walk in the park.
For Strikers, you want to end the season on a positive note, but at the same time, knowing that if we win, well, we still can't play in Division I. So do you play with reckless abandon? Not a lack of caring, but knowing that if we lose tonight, we got nothing to lose.
Oh, I'm with you on that. Absolutely aggressive, nothing to lose. Play as tough as you can. Let it all hang out. Try to get in the starting lineup if you're not in the starting lineup. In some ways, you're playing for next year. You want to impress the coaches so they want you back in the lineup. You are a, 6th place team? So, your job is on the line.
That shot. Off the crossbar. Did it go inside the goal? No call yet. Leisig can't believe it. We'll watch it on replay in a second, but man, oh man, that could have been the game ender early on in the match.
That was a kick from about, 40 yards out, hit the crossbar, went down. There's a lot of times when that happens because of the spin it puts on the ball, it indeed hits the ground behind the goal line and then bounces out. So it's hard to tell from this angle if it really went in. You need slow motion to figure out if it bounced in back of the line. Now the whole entire ball needs to be over the line, but if it just goes straight down, which is kind of like what it looked like, it's not a goal. Now it is not a called goal, so you don't have the opportunity for official replay. So it's no goal. It's ruled no goal. But what a kick! Perfectly executed from about 40 yards out. Kyle's looking at the replay here to see what he can see. Has to see on where it bounces on the ground to see if it's behind the line, on the line, or in front of it.
Looks like that's a goal, bud.
You think it bounced behind the line?
Yeah, it looks like they blew that one. It looks like it was a goal. Leisig couldn't believe it.
Well, Leisig was right there.
Yeah, you see.
It does look like it's behind that line, doesn't it? Well, that's what happens when the ball hits the crossbar like that. It puts an unusual amount of backspin on the ball, hits the ground underneath, and then bounces out toward the players. A lot of people think it could possibly never have landed behind the line, but in reality, it may have. On the replay, it looks like it was behind that long line, kind of like a lot. But we'll slow it down, and of course, Kyle likes to make the highlight videos later, and we'll be playing that one back on the highlight reel for certain.
Wasn't even close. It was 2 feet behind the goal line.
Well, that's what Lysick was saying. It's not like he gets demonstrative too often.
See how Steel City rebounds from the no call. Remember, it's only a 1-0 lead, and Strikers has nothing to lose. Complacency for Strikers might be a thing, knowing that even if we win tonight, nothing can happen. So,
well, they're down 1-0, and a high-quality shot just almost went in. So, you know, Strikers look like they're still playing steady. You know, not necessarily inspired, but not playing badly either. They're certainly giving it what appears to be everything they've got. I mean, on the surface, we got a 5th place and a 6th place team playing each other.
Right.
It's just that the 5th place team can bounce up to 2nd with a win. It's a tough division. Lots of good teams are all evenly matched.
And like I was saying before a lot happened, including that shot that went off the crossbar. Even if Steel City had 16 points instead of the 14.
Well, like you said, they lose the tiebreak then to RKC
yeah,
third
because
coast,
of the goal differential.
Yeah, and then Edgewater beats Rockford, and they're still in tie for
right,
second.
So it's not
third.
just one match changes your season.
Right.
Sometimes it's a couple of matches.
Well, I think you were talking earlier on the drive up here about the match against Ghost. I think you thought
that one hurt. Yeah, that was a home match for them.
That would have been the 3 points they need, not just the 2.
And they didn't get any points. They lost 3-1 that night.
Right, but that was a game I think you felt like they should have won, even though they lost 3-1. If they turned that around and get the 3 points, they'd be in a much better position today. But that's why you play the whole season. You got to be consistent. You got to play hard the whole time. You have to hope you don't get injuries like to Lysick. That was a nice pass back to the goal mouth, though.
If it's in butts for candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. That shot, Doppelhofer with a brilliant save.
A very alert goalie flying to the side, putting both hands on the ball, shooting it wide from the net. What a great on-goal shot from, 20 yards out? 30 yards, probably 30 yards out. Now we get a corner kick out of this, so it'll be another set piece from the corner. This will go to the far post probably. There it is. Headed. Still in play. Now cleared. Now on that goal kick, Steel City had everybody back except for Baumgartner. I like that. You don't have to be in the defensive shell the whole game, but don't let a set piece beat you at the corner.
Lead pass, and it found its way through. Chance for Strikers. One of their best of the day. Hand goes up. It's going to be a corner kick coming up for Strikers.
I'm thinking it is a corner kick, isn't it?
Yeah, usually when the goalkeeper's hand goes up, he's telling his defense that the corner kick was awarded.
Yeah, it looked to me like it went out of bounds. It was going to be a goal kick. I was making that assumption. Bad assumption here.
Other times, even if it is a corner kick, sometimes the goalkeeper will go after the ball right away to try to confuse the sideline judge, and that pass going nowhere.
All right, they're going to get another chance from this corner now.
Yeah, pseudo corner kick. Pretty good topspin on that ball. Read well by Lysick.
Yeah, it was excellent
For a guy
defense.
who's injured, he doesn't look like it right now. One-on-one, Baumgartner trying to beat the D on his left foot. Baumgartner crosser.
That was a great sprint, but he's going to get a corner out of it. I was impressed with Lysick on that play. Again, we were talking about it. Steel City has all 10 people back on those corner kicks. That wasn't exactly a corner kick. It went across from the other corner kick to this corner, but they were 10 defenders, including the goalkeeper on that play. And as a result, Lysick did a great job in front of the net, and Baumgartner made a run all the way to the other end of the field. Now they turned their corner into Chicago Steel's corner. So again, a couple subs going in. This will be a far post kick. In the past, we've seen just a couple of defenders for Steel City back, but with a 1-0 lead, I would expect them maybe to stay a little bit conservative.
As that's kicked away that time by Strikers, and a throw-in coming up for Steel City.
Yeah, almost the same spot as a corner happens, but unfortunately a throw-in as opposed to a corner kick. You have more pace with a kick than you do with a throw-in. But some of these pros can throw the ball all the way to the far post from here too.
No matter where you are in your financial journey, let Pursuit Wealth Group show you the way.
There's a lot of subs all warming up on Steel City's side. They're not going to let this one get away from them easily.
That's a bicycle kick, and
that almost worked.
Now, did the goalkeeper and Crawford touch it?
No.
I don't think he did, and the ref agrees.
Yeah, you can tell by all the people running back to midfield. But what a great bicycle kick. That wasn't off by much, and he kicked it in such a way it bounced after he kicked it and then was going to go over the goalie's head. So had it been on goal, it had a chance to go in. Nice pass.
That send, and read well by Steel City's 22, Arsen Mirzabaka. As a throw-in coming up for Strikers. And an injury for Strikers as Sebastian Benavides is a little bit slow on his right foot, a little bit lingering there. Substitution for Steel. And Jake Lysick gets a round of applause from the fans and his coaching staff. Gave it all he could tonight, and he did an excellent job.
Well, and he comes out +1.
Baumgartner is good lead pass. Trying to find 6 and Sergio Reyes. Now Strikers with it. Taras Jakubowski's 33 as he passes at that time to Munoz. Munoz near the center circle. As a pass to Vora. Over to the right sideline. Vora, give and go play. Vora after it, push from Vora. Ooh, I'm surprised no call there. Vora crosser, as last touch by Strikers are able to clear it. What a clear on that header, Bob. He was on his back foot, able to head it as he was unbalanced.
Very athletic header.
Steel City trying to put this one away. If you're just joining us, that's off the fingertips, and Crawford able to finish it. They seemingly had a goal, but it went off the crossbar, and it looked like it went past the end line, but no call was made.
Yeah, to be fair, that's a very, very tough call to make, and there's no benefit of replay for the referees.
Lots on the line for Steel City, nothing on the line for Strikers. The problem for Steel City, Rockford has nothing to play for tomorrow night either, except the role of spoiler.
Well, and Steel City's done a very good job pressing also. Now finally that press has been broken, now they're in the front third.
It does work though.
Had to take a long shot. They didn't have numbers. It was like a 2-on-5 or a 2-on-6. Went ahead and took a shot and hoped for a funny bounce. But you know, when you're only down 1 goal, you can take those, and if they bounce in, you tie it. When you're down by 2, that's probably more ill-advised. Because effectively, it's a turnover, and you worked real hard to get that ball upfield, only to turn it over. Steel taking this up, slow and deliberate.
Strikers with 4 shots, 3 for Steel City, now 4 for Steel City. Perfect shooting percentage tonight for Steel City, 4 for 4. Actually, that was off the crossbar, so it should actually be 3 for 4. We'll get that corrected for you, but still.
Don't you hate it when the stats don't match the action, right? So we think that was a goal, right? So it should be 4 for 4, but nope.
But you know what? Hockey and soccer have different ways of evaluating shots and shots on goal, so we'll evaluate, but if it said crossbar and they consider it a shot on goal, then it counts as a shot on goal.
Well, and the other big difference, you get the hockey assist, right? Not just 1 pass and then a shot. It's 2 passes and then a goal. You get an assist.
Right, it's in hockey, but not in soccer.
Right. But I get that too. And well, one would think you'd get more goals in soccer than hockey because the net is bigger, but both are low-scoring games. In fact, it's probably more likely you get more goals in hockey than you do in soccer. But I'm still expecting 2 more to happen tonight.
First field report tonight from Stephen Taylor. It's a 1-0 lead for Steele. But it could be more than that, Stephen. A controversial play earlier in the match. It looked like it went past the goal line to make it 2-0. Shot went off the crossbar. Nothing was signaled by the ref. We played on. What did they say on the sideline from Steel City? Big game for them because they need this win to go into Division I.
Absolutely, Kyle. Coach Dillard was calling for the same thing. Was asking the ref what the call was other than a goal because it looked like it crossed the goal line there.
What have you heard on the sideline from both Strikers and Steel City? Strikers, as we talked about earlier, have nothing to play for. Season's on the line for Steel City if they want to go back to Division I.
Well, Steel City, you can feel the intensity on the bench. Coach Dillard's been making sure that his defense stays extremely strong. The Minister of Defense himself.
Open net shot, goal! It's a Steel City goal. That makes it 2-0, and Bob, that might be the dagger.
Now, the dagger won't happen until they get that 3rd goal because we want my prediction to be right. But that was off the goal, rebounded right in front, easy kick to the left half side of the goal. Made sure they kept the toes down so it didn't go over the net. You see these on highlights where you have an open net and you kick it and you end up with a field goal from 5 yards out. An easy goal, 2-0. Now, Strikers are really up against it. Down 2. Of course, a tie doesn't help Steel City, so if you want to play the spoiler, you got to get 2 goals. But there was a lot of action going on, a lot of commotion going on in that goalie box before the rebound went in.
Well, we appreciate Steven's field reports for us. Steven, real quickly, what have you heard from the Strikers bench? And you'll be down there shortly as Steel City has scored again to make it 2-0.
So far, the Strikers just feel frustrated. They've been trying to move the ball around, and every single place on the field, they find themselves suffocated by the Steel City FC defense. What you're seeing from Coach Dillard on the Steel City side is a lot more protection of Doppelhofer, making sure to keep people off to the sides instead of right down the center of the field. And you can see and feel the frustration on the Fox Valley side.
All right, Stephen, we'll see you again later on in the match. 2-0 lead for Steel City against Strikers Fox Valley.
I like it when the field reports match what we're seeing up here as well. Absolutely, there's been a defensive shell around the goalkeeper as well as Steel City's been pressing, so it's been tough for the Strikers to bring the ball to half court, or to midfield, right? So it's right now it's a one-sided game, absolutely in favor of Steel City. Like I said earlier, they're on a mission, and they're 2/3 of the way there. Nice send, but offsides.
Yeah, they were trying to get it to 8. As that's Carlos Morales. Steel City going to the bench right away, fresh legs right away. Do you like that strategy by Nigel Dillard and assistant coach Vincent Mukwanzi? Or would you rather have your starters play the majority of the first half?
Well, especially with a goal lead, I like the idea of putting in some fresh legs, some speed, some hustle, and I think, put it well, it's a stifling defense right now on top of the Strikers. That Steel City's just doing a fantastic job pushing, running. I keep saying that they're on a mission. They really have every intention to win this game. They're going to let nothing get in their way. And putting in a few subs last game of the year, I mean, that's got to feel good for those players who've been with the team all year long. Whatever happens tomorrow, you're going to be at least in a tie for second place, and then one game away from perhaps moving up into the first division, and that's huge if they can move up to there. And that's exemplified there by that hustle to make sure that ball didn't go out. Maintaining possession is big.
The shots right now for Strikers Fox Valley: Zahir Hall with 1, Tim Slazarzik, and KD Hawema. And for Steel City, goals awarded for Baumgartner and Darlarge. Assists is Corey Pitlick. That's where we stand right now. How about this, partner? 3 shots for Baumgartner. You talk about a man among boys. He's like that sometimes, playing in the Midwest Premier League.
Superb. Well, he is a D1 soccer player at DePaul.
And he's not even an offensive player at DePaul.
Yeah, that may change. It'll be interesting to look into that. You know, you can always tell on the web. You bring up the stats for DePaul and the rosters. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see them move him at least to midfield, if not striker. He'll have something to say about it. Now he'll have been there for another. He's only 20 years old, right? So he'll have a lot to say with his coaching staff to say, can I play up? Or he may like defense and then stay there. I mean, he excels whatever he does. And again, that defense was stifling in the middle. Here's a 3-on-2 chance, now 3-on-3. Now you have to bring it back. Excellent defense there from the strikers to make sure they couldn't move the ball forward. Nonetheless, Steel City is deliberately bringing the ball up.
ROM Xterra Restoration is locally owned. IICRC certified emergency restoration specialist serving Chicagoland since 2003. Available 24/7, 365 with a 60-minute on-site guarantee. We handle water, fire, mold, and storm damage while managing insurance claims for both residential and commercial clients. Richards Building Supply, Chicagoland's premier exterior building material supplier, carries the most respected brands in residential roofing, siding, windows, decking, and more. So if you're a professional contractor or a savvy do-it-yourselfer, get the knowledge and products you need at the price you deserve. Contact Richards Building Supply.
Now, what you may or may not have seen on the video is in the background on, I'm going to call it the Jumbotron, but the big screen, with all the LED displays. They showed how Steel City is organized. It's a 4-3-3, so which means they got 4 defenders, 3 in midfielders, and they have all 3, strikers. Baumgartner in the middle, Vora on one side, and Lysick on the other is how they started at least. There's a takedown from behind, no call. Nice steal.
Yeah, they've let them play a little bit. I talked about that play that happened 5 minutes ago where it looked like a push from Vora, but they played on, and luckily Baumgartner was the onside. He's got a breakaway right now. Baumgartner, he shoots and he missed. No call was made when he kicked it, so it looked like he was onside if he had scored.
From my vantage point, it did look like he just perfectly ran it. It was just a perfect send. He waited behind the defense where he had to, right? He paid attention where the defense was. Of course, they're marking him very, very closely. So as soon as the kick happened, it was a perfect pass, and he got out behind the defense. He tried to go over the goalie in his head. We saw that goal like this earlier in the high school game. Baumgartner tried it, but unfortunately had just a little bit too much on it, went over the net for a field goal.
It looked like Crawford was a little flat-footed. I know it's easy to say in hindsight, but what Baumgartner could have done, he could have tapped it to himself, a little pass to himself, and go to the left of the keeper, and maybe he was able to shoot it with the goaltender being off balance, couldn't get back into his own net. Meanwhile, ball in the box. And strikers, they looked pretty good the first 10 minutes, but Steel City has taken it to them. What have you seen from Steel City the last 25 minutes?
Well, it's that stifling press on the whole entire field. They're pressing them on all 3/3 of the field, making it very, very difficult for the strikers to bring the ball up. Strikers probably have to make short, crisp passes, but nonetheless, that's what Steel City is taking away. So far, whatever strikers is trying, it's just not happening. So Steel City is on a mission and a stifling defense pressing the whole entire field. And now they can be very patient bringing the ball up, but they haven't been. They've been sending the ball, looking for a break with their 3 forwards. Here we are. Now they got the ball. We're just about at midfield, so you might want to start looking at maybe sending somebody. And it comes back. They're turning it around, looking for the open player on the front side of front third.
Rebuild Strength and Rehab is the #1 chiropractic clinic in the Lincoln Way area for all age groups. Whether you are a desk worker or a high-level athlete, Rebuild Strength and Rehab has the treatment you need. From routine maintenance to emergency repairs, Omega Plumbing's skilled technicians deliver top-notch plumbing, heating, and cooling solutions to residential and commercial clients alike. Omega is your trusted partner for all your plumbing and HVAC needs.
There's another shot from about 20 yards away, and again, stifling defenders. So like 4, maybe even 5 defenders between the ball and the goalkeeper. So it's going to be hard if strikers are going to score. I mean, right now they're trying to take long-range shots, kind of like the goal that was disallowed from Steel City.
What's interesting, too, there's no postseason, so you don't have to worry about saving Baumgartner for the playoffs. You just got to find a way to win. Don't have to worry about goal differential because it's either win the head-to-head tiebreaker or you're out. So either you win tonight or you don't, and winning 2-1 doesn't matter as much as winning 5-1 earlier in the season for that goal differential tiebreaker.
So the saying win or go home doesn't apply anymore.
Literally just win. Doesn't matter if you win 5-0, but for RKC it did, because we talked about earlier, even if Steel City had 19 points, they would have lost that tiebreaker.
Here's a real nice spot for a free kick, for a free. Let's see, what are they going to do? I always say far post and kind of high, and that's what it looks like they're setting up to do. It doesn't look like there's going to be a fake either. Just one kick, far post, hope for a tap in.
And Crawford not able to catch it.
Yeah, I think I would have tried to catch it if I was him.
Off the body shot, way too high. Whistle was blown, so it might have been offside anyways.
I know where he's coming from. We'll have a little kid get that ball. It's on the next building. I know where he's coming from on that. You got to make sure you catch it and does not slide through your hands. It was high enough so you can't be behind it with your body. So you either back up and catch it in the breadbasket, right, or move forward, use your hands. And he's like, nah, I don't think I want to use my hands because I don't want it to come through my hands. I think I'm just going to push it away. Sometimes that leads to rebound goals. Nice move to get upfield here.
Strikers and another lead pass. This is a Steel City team. They have not given up a goal in 228 straight minutes. If they do not give up a goal before the 90th minute, they would break the franchise record in terms of consecutive minutes without giving up a goal.
Well, I think I'm going to put my money on that one. So you're saying it's not just a clean sheet, but it's like a whole clean notebook.
Just the question of it is it too little, too late? We'll find out tomorrow night if Steel City wins tonight.
Yeah, if you ever wanted to watch a soccer game, tomorrow night in Rockford would be a fun place to go see.
Actually, it's in Chicago because Rockford won against Edgewater earlier.
That's not just a tackle. That's a tackle and a flatten. I think you should get a point and a half for that one.
So the hard part about this league is there's 10 matches, but there's more than 5 teams. That lead pass, Crawford got a piece of it. And that one, almost a goal again for Steel City.
Another crossbar shot.
You look at it one more time on replay. So there's the lead pass. Crawford got a piece of it off his back foot. Nice move, and man, oh man, this could be a 3-0 or even 4-0 game right now.
Well, Steel City is absolutely thoroughly outplaying them in soccer terms. They have way more ball control, fewer turnovers, tons of quality shots. Here's another one coming, possibly.
Yep,
nope.
Through ball. Like we said earlier, Strikers was only a point behind Steel City coming into this one.
Well, yeah, they could turn this around with a win, then they could end up 5th place and Steel City 6th.
So you're a little bit surprised by the effort or lack thereof from Strikers, but at the same time, Steel City is just taking it to them.
That's it. I don't see the lack of effort. I see the just extra special effort from Steel City. Now, this would be a clinic if you're a coaching staff that says you needed to play like this every game.
So now that's 2 shots off the crossbar. If you're the coaching staff for Strikers, do you talk to Crawford at halftime and be like, it's not just one that went off the crossbar, it's 2. What's going on between the pipes?
Yeah, they might consider doing a different organization, whatever they are, 4-3-3, maybe go to, 3-4-4, something. Just change the organization. So it might put the ball more in the offensive zone. You're down 2 goals. You're going to have to be more offensive, but obviously you can't give away, counter attacks either. But right now, this game is going totally to Steel City's direction. You got to change something, either the hustle level or maybe the organization. Maybe a different sub with some different speed, something. You're going to have to make some kind of adjustment at halftime, and a big adjustment, not just a little one. And conversely, what we might see, Steel City shouldn't make any adjustments ahead 2-0 and with this 4-3-3 that they're going with, but maybe in the second half they change it to a 4-4-2. Let's put one more person back to kind of salt away the game. We'll see what adjustments they do make. When you have a 2-goal lead, though, you don't need to make those adjustments unless the other team scores. And if you can stay with your original starting organization, the thought process is you're going to get that 3rd goal and not give up one. Steel City's playing this very, very well. It proves that they're a very, very good organization. Just unfortunately, it's a very difficult division to try to move up from.
Support businesses that support Steel City. It's in the box, left-footed kick. Crawford, good save. And able to corral it.
I can't get used to that Crawford good save and not seeing some Indian heads on some jackets.
Cameron Crawford, the big CC. He's been okay tonight. A little bit not happy about the 2 that went off the crossbar, but they're only down 2. This one's in the box, left-footed kick, and Doppelhofer, who might be playing UPSL or better next season.
Now that was
all
good.
The way.
Yeah, that was a good shot, just wide. I mean, what can you say on that? You got to make it on net. You were saying earlier, Steel City had all 4 of their shots on goal. Well, I guess that one hit the crossbar, so that technically doesn't count, right? But you took a lot of time and effort to get the ball to make a shot, and then you kick it wide, and it's effectively a turnover.
So I apologize, I had it mixed up. So
here we go, good numbers again. It's like 5 on 5.
Over to the end line, so I was Strikers with 6 shots, 5 on goal, and then 9 for Steel, 5 on goal. So they did not count the crossbars as shot on goal.
Nice pass into the middle. I liked it. It was a slower pass, so you can get your foot around it and kick it. Sometimes those passes are a little too quick, and on the turf, you can't spin around to make that kick. You have to just stop it and find someone else to pass it to. So just perfect touch on this turf, and of course, the turf is playing fast. It's not wet, though, but it's playing fast.
Forget the gimmicks. At Windows, Doors, and Beyond, we give you our best price the first time, every time. Honest work, fair pricing, no games at Windows, Doors, and Beyond. Cardinal Transport, as that ball's near the box, but Cardinal Transport has been a trusted leader in the trucking industry since 1976, offering owner-operator lease, dispatch, settlement, and safety programs. Cardinal Transport is committed to empowering its drivers with the best support and resources. As Crawford able to handle it. We're in stoppage time now.
Yeah, he had to flash his speed to get there.
The shot on goal percentage is very good for Strikers. They're 5 for 6. A lot of shots for Steel. 10, only 5 have gone on goal, but keep in mind 2 of those went off the crossbar. So really this score could be 3-0 or even 4-0.
Oh, there's a push from behind. That'll get called. This might be a yellow card. I see a yellow card in his hand.
And if you're Rockford, if you know that Steel City wins tonight, do you play with an extra sense of urgency knowing that if we win, we can spoil the season for Edgewater?
You know, I do think there is something to that. It's so much easier to play when you have something to play for. And so if you can invent something to play for, like spoil somebody else's season, it helps. So yes, I think it will be a little bit of pep in their step.
And is there a sense of obligation for Rockford to play their hardest to help out Steel City?
Another one, I think it's a great question. Absolutely. I think that your job is to be that spoiler. Your job is not to, lay down and play dead and make it as if the other team only had to play 9 games this season. But yeah, that's another very, very good point. They have an obligation to play well, and they will have an extra pep in their step if they think they can spoil a season.
It's 2-0 Steel City. We'll take a break. We'll give you more statistical analysis here on SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Illinois' top-ranked orthopedic and spine practice, Midwest Orthopedics at Rush, is now in Joliet. See a world-class specialist close to home. To be your best, see the best.
Now this is some bull.
And another 3 for the ball! Oh, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm's here to help. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game. So
I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. Well, my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world.
Hi, welcome to the halftime presentation presented by Ozinga. I'm Steve Taylor here with Sebastian Doppelhofer. Sebastian, tell me about the first half. You've got 5 saves so far tonight. What's your mindset? What's the defensive philosophy for tonight?
Well, we want to have the clean sheet. You know, it's the last game of the season. We've a lot of supporters here, so we want to have the clean sheet. We want to get the win, and that's the mentality of our back line right now.
The back line has been limiting the opportunities that have come your way. What can you tell me about being able to trust the defense that's in front of you?
Well, we have been together since a couple of weeks now, you know, so it's pretty simple. Everybody knows what everybody is doing, especially in the back line. We are a unit, so yeah, that's as simple as that.
Absolutely. Going into the second half of play tonight, what's the mindset? Still keeping the defense clear, but what's on your mind?
I mean, my mind is to get the W, you know, that's the first thing. The second thing is to have the clean sheet. We're doing pretty good so far, 45 minutes, and then, yeah, get the W, score a couple more goals, and have a great night.
Personal question, any influence from the standings tonight, win or go home?
Win.
There you have it. For SBS, I'm Steve Taylor. More Midwest Premier League hockey after this.
Now this is some bull.
And another 3 for the ball! Oh, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm's here to help. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Quick Trip, we're known for our fresh and delicious food and our dedication to providing the best customer service. Did you know it takes more than 34,000 dedicated, hard-working people bringing their best every day to make that happen? Quick Trip wants to thank all our co-workers for their tireless hard work and dedication to making a difference in someone's life. Hey, join us in saying thank you to the family of co-workers known for their love of community and treating everyone like family.
A deal for me?
A deal for everyone!
17 East Van Buren Street, Joliet, Illinois.
Kyle Smith alongside Bob Vilsaway. It's 2-0 in favor of Steel City, as Steel City is looking to get back to Division I. They're on the right pathway here, partner. 45 minutes away. Problem is they got to win, and they need some help tomorrow night.
Well, but they're taking care of what they can control. I mean, there's a lot of sayings in sports, and one of it is control the controllables. So they're controlling what they can control. They're controlling the wind tonight. They're ahead 2-0, switching sides. There's not much of a wind factor. I bet they stay in the same, 4-3-3 offense that they have been. We'll see if that changes. They definitely don't want to give up any scores whatsoever. And like you said, if they do that, they can break some records for how long they can keep the other team from scoring. That would be a franchise record. That would be very cool to see. That's got to be on their minds as well at halftime. But we are watching a good game. Strikers are certainly absolutely not giving up by any stretch. They're playing tough. It's just that Steel City is absolutely on a mission. And then, of course, now we're going to be what could have been this year. Could they have beaten Ghost? Should they have beaten Berber City? The standings are so close. And we're talking about the sixth-place team only being 4 points out of being able to move up. Although, 4 points in soccer terms sometimes is an eternity because you have to flip a loss into a win. That's hard to do. It's hard enough to flip a win into a draw. So here we go.
Not only does Steel City have the lead, but they also have the ball. And as the season dwindles for Strikers, are they going to go deep into their bench knowing they don't have to worry about tomorrow, as there is no tomorrow?
Well, deep into the bench is still good. This last game of the year, they're up by 2. I think it would be wise for them to do that. You want to incent the players to come back next year?
Well, I meant for Strikers being down 2.
Oh, they may go, well.
That shot, nice save by Crawford, preserving the game for now.
That's the thing. This angle, it looked like it was headed right toward the net, but of course we're at the wrong view for that. So we get a corner kick, left footer, so it's going to curl toward the net.
That header, loose ball, and able to clear it is Strikers.
That was a perfect kick, almost stuffed right into the net. You can't execute that a whole lot better other than it actually goes in the net. I like that. Low liner, not exactly far post, more into the middle. I mean, you could also argue it was well defended, but it was a perfect shot. And you don't have to head it in with a head or a foot. It can go off any part of your body, hip, chest, just not arms.
Steel City would like to invite everyone at the field at the conclusion of the match for a picture and autograph session with Steel City. Autograph cards will be handed out at the conclusion of the match. Steel City would like to recognize its most generous supporters. Club members are ambassadors to the club and receive season tickets, swag, and other benefits. In that first half, Christian Baumgartner with 4 shots, 3 on goal. Sergio Reyes coming off the bench. He's had an excellent game, 3 shots, 1 on goal. And for Strikers, their best players arguably have been Zahir Hall with 2 shots, both on goal, and Tim Slazarczyk with 2 shots and 2 on goal. Meanwhile, able to handle it is Doppelhofer. Goals have been scored by Darlarge, the defenseman, and the midfielder, and Christian Baumgartner. Strikers with a goose egg. The shot on goal percentage great, almost 100%, but they have not been able to get it past Doppelhofer. Other problem is, Bob, a lot of their shots have been from 45-degree angle or worser angles.
Well, and that's what we were talking about, right? The Steel City is pushing the ball to the outside and doing a very good job not giving them a straight-on shot. If they're going to get a shot, it's going to be a tough angle.
This one would be good, but blocked. That's been the story for Steel City the last 3 or so matches.
That was a perfect example of it right there. The ball was in front, but the ball did not get through to the net.
Anything close to or perpendicular to the net, it's being blocked every time by Steel City.
Well, and then they're pushing the passes out wide, too. But right now, Steel City is pressuring everywhere.
And meanwhile, for Steel City, you wonder why 2 went off the crossbar. Both of those shots were either at point-blank range or right in front of the
Well, that one was a 40-yard shot. It was just a missile. You know, a little bit of topspin on that ball would have been a goal. But that's hard from 40 yards away. How do you do it mechanically, right? You got to make sure that toe is pointed just a tad further down.
That first shot on goal that went off the crossbar.
The post. But that actually might have been a goal. But, you know, all you have to do is, you know, drop your toe like a millimeter, maybe a millimeter and a half, and that would be a goal. And, of course, if you drop it 2.5 millimeters, it's an easy catch by the goalkeeper.
Has it been mostly the defense, or how much of the credit should go to Doppelhofer? That's a foul, by the way.
Yeah, I think it's a flop, but it's kind of like it's still a foul and a flop. You have to call the foul.
Yeah, but did the foul happen before the foul?
Well, of course.
Before the flop?
Yeah, well, it was a flop because of the foul, but it's a legit foul. He flopped to make it obvious to the ref.
Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes I make the analogy to baseball where the ball is close to hitting the knob of the bat and your batting glove.
Oh, that would hurt.
And the batter takes forever to go to the ground, even though the ball hit his batting glove. And sometimes the umpire think it hit the knob of the bat, because if you got hit by a pitch, wouldn't you show pain right away?
Well, yes, one would think.
And so you got to embellish your call sometimes.
I think that happens.
Sometimes the umpire or the ref thinks that you didn't get hit or you didn't get fouled.
Well, and that happens most in the NBA, where there's a little bit of contact, and then the player thinks for half a second and decides, oh, he touched me. I'm going to act like this is a major foul, and then they fall down. You can always tell that on the video.
But it goes the other way around. Sometimes you got hit in the head with the elbow, but the ref didn't really see it that well. But if you go to the ground, now they see it.
Yeah, well, they don't see it. They just assume the embellishment was part of the play. Yeah.
It's hard to know pain unless they see pain.
But what I do like about this league, you know, professional soccer, you see it a lot. Somebody gets hit from the back of the heel or something, they're on the ground in writhing pain until the call gets made. We don't see a lot of that here. Now, he went down, he'll get, yes, just like we were talking about, but this case, he's staying on the ground.
Shot?
There's an announcer's jinx if I ever saw one. He's still on the ground. Now he's getting up. But I was in this league, though, generally you don't see people falling down and, you know, faking pain. He probably actually really is in pain.
It was close. You look at it one more time. Did he get ball first or
it was
leg?
A foul.
I don't know.
Well,
Looked like there was ball.
He got the ball first, therefore not a foul. But his legs got absolutely demolished.
So it's a battle between 7 and 34. Yeah, actually, when I look at it the third time, it looked like it could have been a foul.
Well, if he got the ball first, you can demolish your opponent.
But it looked like he was going to get the ball, but the ball got past his leg.
Oh, he didn't get the ball? Then it absolutely should be a call.
Watch it right now. So it is kind of a big call because it was close to the box. You watch it between 7
Oh, I see what you're saying. He got it with his left foot.
He was going to get the ball, but then the ball got past his foot.
Yeah, and then you trashed him. So, yeah, probably should have been a foul called there. But that's the benefit of replay. In real time, I wouldn't have made the call either.
And that's the problem with matches like this. Strikers knows their season is over anyways, so they might not be willing to fight the refs as much on a no call like that. But if striker's season was on the line,
there's a lot of
they would fight it a little bit more.
There's a lot of comments to make there. Sometimes when you're getting beat 2-0 in soccer, that's not really the time to try to pick on the refs.
If it's a free kick near the box,
then
it's a set piece. It could be 2-1. And that's a goal for Steel City!
Baumgartner with that left footer.
Baumgartner scores again. And that fat lady might be warming up her pipes.
Well, they can't score any more goals because I want my prediction to be right. Oh, there's the pipes. What a shot. A long range, probably 25 yards out. Kicked a left-footed bender around the goal to the far post. One bouncer. What a great shot. I think a lot of players wouldn't think that that's the kind of shot they should be taking. Smooth. Well, 3-0.
2 goals, working on yet another hat trick. Remember, he had one against Edgewater. The only reason that Steel City is in the position they're in right now is because of Baumgartner's hat trick against Edgewater Castle.
Well, he's a fantastic player. There's got to be a joke in here somewhere that they're playing the wrong game of football. If they change to the other game of football, they can get this back on one long field goal.
Unless you've got Cody Parkey at kicker.
I think you get credit for one there.
Which would be very the storyline of tonight's game because it's hit the crossbar twice, which is Cody Parkey's MO.
That's his specialty, right? Except this time the ball is round. It's real tough to hit 2 posts.
So we need 2 more posts. We've had 2 crossbars, and now we need 2 more posts.
Well, if you have 2 crossbar shots and 2 separate shots. Does that still count as a double doink?
Man, I feel for field goal kickers. It is so difficult.
Yeah,
to do
they
that.
play for very little of the game. And yet, all right, everybody's played for 60 minutes, broken bones and blood, sweat, and tears. And all of a sudden, you got one chance to win or not win the game.
Do you think that was a handball, by the way, by strikers?
I did not see a handball.
Okay. It was also near the box or in the box, so that if the game's not over, then it's clearly over on a free kick or penalty kick.
Yeah, if you're a referee and there's a handball in the box, you really got to make sure there's a handball in the box before you give away effectively a free penalty kick. It's interesting. Yeah, it was a good catch.
What do you think of Crawford's performance tonight? Seems to be a little bit shaky at times.
Well, I think his rebound control needs to improve. A couple of rebounds were passed on. One became a goal. I do think that you really don't blame the goalie or the goalkeeper that often. You end up blaming the defense. But, down 3-0, you have to give some of the blame to him. But
Off the crossbar could be 4 or 5-0.
Yeah, and that one that was probably
one that looked like it went past the goal line.
Yeah, you hate to give him like a failing grade of any type, but mediocre at best. But the defense is in a real pickle here because if they don't push the ball forward, they're going to have to give up some scoring opportunities because they've got to push to get 3 goals here, and that's not going to be easy. And of course, they were down by 1, then 2, now 3, and they've had to try to be offensive, and defense suffers when you try to score goals. There's a takedown that'll be called, so now you have a free kick right straight on.
See, I'm surprised they called that one. They didn't call the one 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I think it was just 2 bang and they missed it and probably thought the defender did indeed touch the ball, even though they didn't. Now this is where the spray paint comes out, where you paint the yard, 10 yards away. So you take 10 steps and say, don't move forward from here, guys. So you got the wall on this side, on the goalkeeper's right, measuring it carefully. Now he moves to the other side to try to get the bender on the right. We'll see what happens. A small wall.
Yeah, they have confidence in Doppelhofer getting looked at by some upper-level clubs. Blocked. It's a goal awarded for Strikers.
I'm shocked that went in.
Strikers score off the free kick, set-piece goal, and don't go anywhere. This game's getting a little interesting.
Wow, 3-1. So the wall ducked and actually it deflected it into the far corner. I thought the wall was a little bit light.
So went off the wall and into the net. Look at it one more time. Videographer's doing a good job tonight. Yeah, went off the back.
Yeah, the wall ducked. It went off the back and went in. What a lucky shot, lucky deflection, but I'm still surprised they only put 2 people on the wall. I see why they did, because they were setting up a near and a far post opportunity to deflect it. They were marking all the defenders. That's why there were only 2 people left over for the wall.
How big was that goal by Baumgartner if he didn't score there?
Yeah, it'd be a 2-1 game.
And that's why I brought up Crawford's performance. If Crawford makes that save, we almost have a new soccer game.
Well, the rebound control was bad on that one goal. That was a big goal.
And now for Strikers, how much do you have left on the tank? You know your season's over, but for some of these guys, they have more college soccer ahead of them, and they know they can't do anything with a win, loss, or draw tonight.
Yeah, I think adrenaline actually is going to drive them through. I mean, like any game, they're in shape, and you're running for the whole 90 minutes.
Are you worried if you're Steel City, even if you get the win tonight, as we'll get a report from Stephen in a minute here, but even if you get the win tonight, from what you've seen from Strikers, are you worried from Steel City's end, knowing that Rockford might show the same effort of Strikers did tonight?
I think that's something you would want to see, right? If you're getting this kind of effort here, maybe Rockford is going to give that kind of effort tomorrow, and that's what you need tomorrow. So this is actually encouraging from a Steel City's perspective. The team that's not in it, with no chance of getting in it, is still giving it this kind of effort. Maybe there can be an upset tomorrow night, Rockford beating Edgewater, and that would put Steel City into top division.
And Stephen Taylor with our second report of the night. It's 3-1 in favor of Steel City. Looked like we were going to get a Laffer partner, but a goal off the free kick goes off the wall into the back of the net. Strikers has some life.
Yes, so the mindset from the Steel City bench going into the second half was a defense-first mindset, so it's even more surprising to see some blooper of a kick end up in the back of the net and make this a more interesting game.
What have you heard from Strikers? They have nothing to play for, but they're playing hard the last 5 minutes or so.
I think it's just love of the game at this point. Everybody on the bench is very quiet. There isn't a lot of support except when the ball gets a little bit too close to them, at which point they start to get a little excited. For the most part, everybody's just excited to be playing a game of soccer right now. You don't really hear a lot of talk about anything other than making sure to be competitive and trying to play spoiler. But the emphasis is definitely, or all the energy is definitely coming from the Steel City side of it.
Anything else that you need to report on what's going downstairs?
What I'm seeing right now is a 3-5-2 setup for the Strikers. They're looking to try and clog up the midfield to keep the ball in the center of the field.
All right, Stephen, thank you so much. We'll see you another 10 minutes or so. 3-1 lead right now for Steel City.
Yeah, 3-5-2, something you don't often see. I love it. For the love of the game, that couldn't be a better term. And that's what Strikers are doing. You know, they're playing for pride, for the love of the game, because they love it. They're not going to be in this spot again until next year, when the players are going to be a year older, another year of experience. But a long layoff. It's not like they can play the whole entire winter, not out here. What a great place to play. By the way, you know, I'm under the umbrella. Kyle, you did a great job choosing to stay here, not expecting rain. The clouds are above us, and it is just misting a bit outside the umbrella.
Feels nice. The hot weather we had a couple days ago.
Yeah. Well, if I get out from under the umbrella, it is misting. If you look on top of the umbrella, there are, you know, small, tiny little raindrops. So there is at least a little bit of moisture. I don't know what it'll lead to. If you look around, it's all dark. You can't really tell if it's cloud or just because the sun went down.
BL Duke is revolutionizing the scrap metal recycling industry through innovation and cutting-edge technology. BL Duke, as that header, a little bit wide, but BL Duke is recognized as one of Crane's Fast 50 companies. Partner with them and experience the BL Duke difference. We'd also like to thank some of the Plank Trail Club members, including Ronnie Eklund, the Evaldo Basso family, the Morose family, the Griffin family, and the Bolingbrook Soccer Club. The Iron Circle Club includes the Hurl-Ahi family, the Slager family, and Werewolf Casuals. Okay, so there's Werewolf Casuals, but is there business professional vampires?
That was well put. I was waiting for you to say formal vampires, but business professional vampires does it right.
Business formal, yeah.
Right.
Suit and tie vampires.
Right. You would think they would be anti-turtleneck.
Are you a Twilight fan, by the way?
No, I'm not, but I know that it used to be that I would come home and Twilight would be on a lot, so I have a household that loves Twilight. Right now, the house seems to be watching Leave It to Beaver cartoons.
Do you like Dracula?
Not cartoons, reruns. Sorry?
Do you like Dracula?
No, I'm not a fan.
No?
No, I like science fiction, but I like science fiction that has like some truth in it.
What about Nosferatu?
No, I'm more of a Star Trek, Star Wars type of science fiction person.
And there's more facts behind that than Nosferatu? Over near the center circle, left-footed kick.
What, you don't think there's a lightsaber out there somewhere?
What do you call a Jedi who has a low ComEd bill?
I have no idea.
Talk about a lightsaber.
Oh, no. No wonder I didn't know it.
Thank you. I'm here till Tuesday. Try the veal.
Yeah, with those jokes, you won't be back.
It's single elimination, no double elimination or 3 strikes you're out.
I think
Bora,
you got another
nice
chance.
pass.
Oh,
He's
out.
open. The pass, the shot,
Oh.
the goal! I think you can say for a fact that Steel City has wrapped this game up.
Well, it's never over until it's over, right? 4-1, but that was a tic-tac-toe passing right out in front. Absolutely wide open players. Maybe, just maybe, a little too heavy on the midfield, not enough on the defense, but that's what Strikers had to do to try to get back into this game. It didn't work. Steel City took advantage, got another goal, 4-1. Just fantastic passing right in front of the goalkeeper.
You look at it one more time on replay. Look at this. Pass, finish.
Yeah.
Baumgartner with the hattie.
In hockey terms, tic-tac-toe.
You know, once you find a hole in the defense, There's just no turning back when Steel City's on a roll like that.
Now, you were talking earlier about a dagger. That was probably it.
Just kind of the game that Crawford has to forget about. Just not his night. 4 goals given up.
Well, and I think any coach is going to say also not your fault. I mean, sure, maybe there's rebound control on one, and blah, 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 right? But, you know, the defense just wasn't there on that tic-tac-toe play out in front.
That one he didn't have a chance on, but we think of the first goal that was scored. Baumgartner got a half step on the D. Probably not Crawford's fault.
Well, yeah, what's he supposed to do? Baumgarten coming wide open. You know, guys on the left and the right, so the only shot Baumgarten had was over the goalie, and that's what he took, right?
We want to thank Steel City for allowing us to be part of their action for the 3rd consecutive year.
Yeah, it's been fun. I can't wait till next year again already.
And maybe they'll be playing Division I soccer. We'll find out tomorrow.
We'll know
at 10
tomorrow, right? We'll be checking the Premier League website.
Wouldn't that be something, though, if Rockford was about to beat him and then in stoppage time, Edgewater Castle scores to get the 1-point tie,
right?
To edge Steel City by 1 single point.
You're right in the book, right?
As a ref, do you have to think about that too?
Yeah, I think refs do know the situation. The problem is when they change how they ref a game because of the situation. What I don't like is in some sports they give certain nice shot, wide angle.
Another
though.
chance. Doppelhofer, back-to-back saves. Look, the game is probably over, but Doppelhofer is keeping it strong with the effort.
Both shots from a strange angle, but both were, I mean, you can't stop everything, and he sure did. I think if either of those shots, well, the first shot was higher. I think he had it with his hand. The second shot, he went down. I don't know what part of his body he hit. You know, his arms right in front of his face. Really nice couple of saves there. And you don't make those saves unless you have an idea of where that kick is going to go. You can't just wait till the kick gets made and react and dive one way or other. You have to decide ahead of time which way you're going to fall and which way you think that ball's going to go. So you'd have to give him an A+ so far tonight, even though they broke the shutout. And that goal that went in, just a crazy deflection.
The throw-in that goes into the box.
Right, which is rare, but fun to see. No, I don't know about that one. See, that's that turnover I'm talking about. It took 3 minutes to get the ball upfield, right? You're at the front third. You have a throw-in into the middle of the field, and then you just kick it over. Now you lost that ball. So you're down by 3 goals, kicking it out of bounds. It's going to take you another 3 minutes to get another quality shot, and you need 9 minutes worth of field time to get 3 quality shots.
Baumgartner already with a hat trick. Could he get 4 goals tonight?
Did you notice, though, how he was watching where the defender was not looking at the ball? So when he got caught up to the ball, he would then know which way to go because he knew where the defender was. It's just amazing field awareness, and that's how he has it, that field awareness. It's not a secret. You know, you look around.
Maybe DePaul should have some of their neutral site games here. He's now scored 6 goals at the home of the Slammers.
Wouldn't it be, something to think about, too? You know, go to a DePaul game or two and watch him play.
We've also seen a couple of goals where he was offside.
You know, give that a nice save. That was heading toward the top right corner, the near side, and it had eyes. Goalie stuck his, big mitts out and caught it with complete confidence.
So how would you grade Stryker's defense tonight?
Yeah, that's where the real issue has been. So, I mean, see, that's where the issue has been. Obviously,
another chance. Left-footed boot, Vora with the shot and a save by Crawford.
That was a great save by Crawford. You have to upgrade his grade and continue to downgrade the defensive. It pulled the chair away.
We talked a lot about Crawford. We're going to play on, by the way. Chance for Stryker's left-footed boot, very wide.
Yeah, I don't understand that play on. I could have sworn I heard a whistle, which means stop play. It should be a throw-in from out of bounds. Instead, it was a foul. I guess it was a foul, and that's why the whistle, and that's where they continued to just get back into the play quick. So I guess it was done properly. The referee blew the whistle. It was a free kick, not a throw-in, and then the play went and happened quick.
Yeah, the ball was clearly not out of bounds yet,
right.
So it is a free kick. So you watch it one more time. 44 goes to the pitch. So might have been mishandled by the ref. You look at it one more time.
Oh, you think it went out of bounds after all?
Well, they actually did award the throw-in. It was a really quick throw-in.
Well, then it wasn't mishandled.
But I think Steel City is arguing that a foul took place.
Oh.
And they were ready for a free kick that never happened, and the throw-in happened. They weren't ready for the throw-in. It was clearly a foul.
The goal kick, and Steel City on the charge again.
But that's the good thing about being up by 3 goals. If you're Steel City, you don't have to argue these little intricacies of the game.
Sometimes that takes you out of your game. You know, you start focusing on the ref calls and just play. I mean, yeah, there's going to be calls that go both ways.
Right.
Maybe even the ref blows a couple in your direction or their direction, but just play through it.
And the thing about it is, without replay, is that's a beautiful no-look pass, shot, Doppelhofer. They're getting the shots, but they're from tough angles.
A tough angle shot, correct, and a great save. But again, that ball had eyes. If the goalie doesn't dive and get it, it's on net. And that's key when you shoot. Sure, the goalie makes the save, right? But if you kick it wide, you lose the ball. Like here, they have the ball back still. Nice pass. Oh, there's that turnover you don't want.
Strike 3 against Strikers.
Yeah, that might have even been wide of the goalposts.
I'm kind of surprised that Fox Valley only scored 1 goal tonight. I mean, aren't they known for their strikers?
Uh-oh. He's trying to get a 2-0 lead on those jokes. That's why they're called the Strikers.
Defense optional, Fox Valley.
it's a good name for a soccer team.
It
that's
is.
for
It's
certain.
cool. I like it a lot. They actually, their facility is right next to Fox Valley Ice Arena.
Wouldn't that be something? Play soccer on ice. I guess they do, but they drain the ice and then it's indoor soccer. And if you've ever played outdoor soccer but never played indoor soccer, it is a fun game.
I mean, it's the story of tonight's game. Their defense has been ice cold. Just kidding. It's just been a tough night for them. At the same time, you kind of thought this was going to happen. I just thought because the standings, they were so close, both teams. I thought it was going to be a close game. That's why I predicted 2-1. I got the 1 goal right for Strikers. I just thought I'd see a little bit better effort defensively and better goalkeeping from Strikers.
Well, I always felt that Steel City was a very, very strong team, and unfortunately, the standings weren't proving that out because a couple, games just didn't go their way. They have a great team. They are a great team. I wish they had a chance to get back into D1, Division 1, but they have a chance. But unfortunately, they need help.
If you want to be a great team, it's not a sometimes thing; it's an always thing. You play how you practice, and if you practice in the motions, or you go to the games in the motions, and you're out in the right mindset, that might be why Steel City had those draws or those losses earlier in the year.
Yeah, that's too much conjecture for me. We don't know how they practice or whatever, but you are right. You need to be consistent.
It's not just going to happen. We talk about, okay, let's get on a roll. It's time to push on the gas and get ready for playoff soccer. Well,
they sure know how to push that on the gas today.
Sometimes you just got to start the season ahead and stay ahead. Get ahead, stay ahead, kid, right?
And this isn't meant in any bad way, but, Lysak's on the bench. They've played well without him during his injuries and stuff. It's great to have him back. He's a great player, but, the team is absolutely picking it up.
It does help to have number 19 on your team.
Yeah. Yeah, he's special.
As good as Jake Lysak is, Christian Baumgartner might break his all-time goals and points record.
Well, if he plays that long. The question will Baumgartner continue to come back to Steel City? I mean, everybody's going to want him.
Another report coming up from Stephen Taylor. 4-1 lead for Steel City, headed away by Steel. Still in the box, left-footed kick goes wide. The game's pretty much over. Stephen got a little interesting after that goal off the free kick from Strikers, but a nice goal, give and go action to Baumgartner, and Baumgartner with the hat trick.
Absolutely. Baumgartner's been having a heck of a game. He's been really comfortable on the offensive side of the field, and he just keeps getting the best feeds. A tic-tac goal from Vora and O'Toole on that one.
What have you heard from the Strikers bench? Obviously, they're not going to go to Division I, and they wanted to play a little bit better than they played tonight, and ending the season on a sour note.
Well, the frustration is palpable. You're starting to see bench players and field players arguing with one another on whether or not they should have been closer to the ball, whether or not the ball was for them or what. So you're already seeing the frustration started to bubble over, and every single save that's been made by Doppelhofer has been met with a response that's been very colorful by a player on the field.
Have you heard what Steel City's thinking about for tomorrow night? Are they going to make the trek to Chicago to see if Rockford can pull off the upset?
Absolutely. I think everybody on the Steel City bench is a Rockford fan tonight.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow night if Steel City's played in Division 1 or Division 2. Thanks so much, Stephen. We'll see you in another 10 minutes or so, as it's still a 4-1 lead for Strikers.
Well, they had a chance for a strike there. The ball was centered perfectly and unfortunately kicked another one over the net. But you're diving forward, and it's real hard to keep your toes down when you're diving forward. Probably had to put it more to the side and get the side kick in, but it looked like kind of a toe kick under the ball, went over the net. Yeah, I mean, 4-1, it looks pretty insurmountable, but that goes in 4-2, then you feel like, maybe something can happen.
The problem is you got to stop Baumgartner from scoring.
Yeah, you do.
Why do you think he's so good on this pitch? That's now 2 hat tricks on this pitch.
Well, we saw it a little bit earlier when he was not looking down at the ball. He was looking to see where the defense was. No, he was on that play, so probably more often than we realize. He's scanning the defense, taking those mental Polaroid shots of where the defense is so that when he gets the ball, he knows what he's going to do with it before he gets it. He's not like creating after the fact. Very smart, heady player that looks around first and understands his surroundings. Oh, I actually like that boot. Right back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper can pick this up if he wants, chose not to. If the momentum to the goalkeeper is from the other team, you can pick it up even if it's deflected on the way, but you cannot turn around and cause the momentum from your player when you send it back to your goalkeeper. Oh, that got through. A little bit of pushing worked that time.
Support businesses that support Steel City, including Prison City Vintage, Chicago Street Pub, Amber, Duffy Real Estate, Noble Tech, and Durbin's. Also support businesses that support Steel City, including Ken Mulheron, State Farm, Steel City Steel, Braintree Properties, and Bobcats of Tinley Park.
Oh, I love this pass.
In the box, Baumgartner looking for the fourth goal. That shot blocked, and Fox Valley clearing it. They are just on their back heels most of the night on defense.
That was some magician-like passing. I like that. We're going to get a call here. No yellow, just a call. But I like that passing. Wow.
And in case you're wondering, I know that Austin Curtis said Steel City has no chance of advancing to D1. 2 teams advance, not just one. He is right that RKC, as of tonight, is in first place. If Edgewater wins, they would go to first place. Not that it matters. You just want to be the 2 teams that go.
Yeah, the only thing that matters is, you're placed 7th and 8th in the division in front of you, but who cares?
Right, because every team
it might have an effect on the schedule you play. The 7th place schedule might be easier than the 8th place schedule.
Right, but you're still going to play at least one team once in D1.
Yeah. Well, it's the same here, right? So you play 10 games. You play most teams once, a couple teams twice, and depending on who those most teams are.
Right. I guess the theory is if you finish with 19 points and Edgewater Castle has 20 points, then RKC might not play Chicago House twice. Chicago House, if they win first week of August, they will be the 2025 Division I champions.
Yeah, whenever you're in this league, you have to think of it like a 2-year plan. First, you got to get up into the top division, right? And then if you're not in the top division, you run the risk of losing players who believe they are Division I players and they switch teams, right? But so you got to win the second division first, right? And then once you're in the first division, then you can win. But it's real hard to go from winning the second division next year winning the first division. It would be interesting to see how often, if ever, that has been done.
Are you surprised that Baumgartner's still on the pitch?
He's probably. We'll see what happens here.
In the box. Lots of passing. Left-footed boot. Rebound try. Goal! Baumgartner again. 4 goals. He's unstoppable.
He's probably tugging on the coach's strings to leave me in, coach. I don't want to go out. I've done so much for you this year. Leave me in. Let me play. And, of course, the game matters, and why not leave him in? He's your star.
I know we've already interviewed him when we try to get new players. I'll let you call it. I was going to have Justin Darlarge be the man of the match when it was 2-0. Now it's 5-1. So should we do 2 men of the match, Darlarge and Baumgartner?
My opinion would be just go after Baumgartner. I was there the last time we interviewed him. He's a great interviewee. He gives you the whole story. He gives you almost a show in the post-game interview. I would recommend just go with him. I mean, 4 goals. You can't knock that. Plus, you get to talk
Darlarge, you got to score once more if you want to be.
Well, and he'll know what the situation is, and it'll be fun to ask him a few questions like, what about the game tomorrow night? Are you going to go watch it? Who do you think is going to win? That sort of thing. Do you have a shot at Division I? And then let's say you don't go to Division I. I guess you can't ask him this. You stay with the team. But, what a great player. He just has a knack for knowing where to go.
He seems to be pretty good at the soccer thing.
Yeah.
He seems to know his
feeling
soccer.
No matter what sport he were to play, he would be good at. He just understands the concept.
So since his nickname is the Train, does that mean he's going to have to work at Metro once he graduates?
So he's going to engineer some wins for Metro?
There you go. That. How long you been holding that one in? Here's a corner kick for Strikers. And maybe a foul against Fox Valley as they'll go away from the 18-yard box.
Well, we figured this was going to be a one-sided game. I had 3-0. This is what, 5-1 here?
Wow, I'm pretty surprised by this. I thought we were going to get a close match, but I think once it got to 3-1, you could kind of see the frustration and the lack of effort after that third goal was scored.
Yeah, I'm not saying lack of effort. It's just not necessarily the right organization to win. And Steel City, I do think, is a little bit underrated. They're just a really good team. They had some maybe bad breaks this year, and unfortunately, if Rockford wins tomorrow night, they'll be in this division again. But I think after this year, remember when I said it's like a 2-year process sometimes? This year, I think they'll learn from their lesson and then, finish first or second this coming year. Then they'll get into Division I, not this coming year, but the following year. I view them as a Division I team, even though they're in the middle of the pack in D2 here. Like I said, underrated team. That was a nice defensive effort in front. Nice curling shot. Here's the rebound control problem.
That's a little bit high.
Man, that sideways kick, just a little bit under the ball. Had to wait a little longer for the ball to drop and then kick it.
Starting to turn into a baseball score right now. You don't see it a lot, partner, but Baumgartner is just one of those players. You think of Mbappe in the Premier League. He's one of those guys that can score hat tricks. It's so rare in soccer, but when you're that guy and you're a man among boys, sometimes it happens. Mbappe, of course, had that hat trick in the World Cup final against Argentina.
That's quite a feat to get to the international level, but I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him in on the fire one day or against the fire one day.
I mean, he's on fire right now.
I think you got a point for that one. You're trying to catch up to Baumgartner's number of goals.
Jake Lysick back into the match.
That's nice to see. Hey, Coach, we got this. I'm okay.
Well, I thought about subbing again, but...
They do have a lot of subs today. I mean, they definitely brought their A team today.
Yeah, not a lot of subs for Fox Valley. And you wonder, too, how much it goes into the final result of this match. We didn't see a lot of practice time from Stryker. Seems like they hit some traffic getting here. Maybe they didn't have that much practice time last week, this weekend, etc.
Yeah,
regardless, what a game by Steel City.
Yeah, we know a lot about that traffic, and there is something to that. You need to get to a game early. Why? You just got to get there a minute before it starts, right? But not really. Your head has to be in it too, and sometimes it takes half hour at least, or some additional time to get your head wrapped around. Okay, now everything else is out of my mind. No more paying bills. The girlfriend's taking care of whatever you got to do. You got to clear your head when you get here. So sometimes it takes a long time, and if you're late driving here, your head may not be cleared. But I don't think we should blame that on the Strikers. I mean, Steel City was on a mission today, and it's also getting windy. The wind is absolutely picking up. Doesn't look like there's any rain at all, no mist. Here, just a drop right there. Back to the goal keep.
Well, Steel City did their part tonight. Now it's up to Rockford.
I just feel bad that they played so well tonight, and you just feel like if they put Is that Thunder? If they put this kind of effort everywhere, I mean, where would they be? I'm not saying they didn't have effort the whole season, but they are really putting on a clinic tonight.
Look, the thing of spoiler, it can happen. You see it at the NFL level. I still remember that game that the White Sox had to play against the Tigers. I probably told you that story before, but in 2008, the Sox had played 161 games and the Twins had played 162, and the Sox finished a half game behind the Twins. So they had to play a makeup game, a rainout against the Tigers. And who else was pitching for the Tigers but former World Series champion White Sox starting pitcher Freddie Garcia. So in a game the Sox had to have at Guarantee Rate Field, the game meant nothing to the Tigers. They lost like 90-plus games. It was a 2-2 tie in like the 6th inning, and then Alexei Ramirez hit a grand slam. But before that, it was still very much in doubt if the Sox were going to win that game, and the Tigers had nothing to play for except for being the spoiler.
Yeah, I think spoilers in the pros, though, is different than spoilers in this pre-professional league. The parity in the professional teams is so similar, even the best team and the worst team. Here, I think there's a little bit less parity, so spoilers beating the team at the top of the standings, I think is less chance. But you never know. Maybe they bring their resident ringer, and he gets 4 goals.
Free kick coming up, as we'll talk to Steven after this free kick. As play is stopped dead. Somebody moved for Fox Valley. Trying to make this a game. And Doppelhofer got a piece of it. We'll have a corner kick coming up. Everything going right for Steel City, nothing going right for Fox Valley in the second half. Steven, remember, it was only a 2-0 game going into the second half, but they've been outscored 3-1 in the second session.
Yeah, and I know I keep saying it at every in-game interview, but frustration, frustration, frustration. That's the only thing going through the minds of everybody sitting on the Strikers bench. We've already seen it after the last Christian Baumgartner goal. The goalie, Cam Crawford, lost it. He had a few choice words for his defense that seems to have been letting him down and giving all of the opportunities to Baumgartner, who has 4 now. He got substituted very quickly with Bennett Ash, the substitute goalkeeper for Strikers. And the talk of the Steel City bench is definitely Christian Baumgartner.
4 goals. How about that, partner? 80% of the goals tonight have come from Christian Baumgartner's foot.
And it shows. He is now tied for the Golden Boot on the season.
Wow.
They're keeping him out there. They're hoping for one more.
For the handful of goals?
Absolutely.
In a hockey game, that's unheard of, but in soccer, you're getting to the next Herculean effort to do that.
Absolutely. It's next level. He's definitely getting fed by all of his fellow strikers, fellow offensemen, as it were. But he's
offensemen.
Offensemen, not to be confused with the Fox Valley Strikers. But he's doing phenomenal out there, and he's definitely the player of the game. The train is rolling.
Maybe Fox Valley should go on strike, and they won't play anymore until Christian Baumgartner is no longer on the Steel City roster.
There you go, and there's the namesake for the Strikers.
All right, Steven, we'll see you maybe one more time before the end of this match. As a 5-1 lead, Steven does a nice job for us, one of our interns. And we wish Kirby all the best, dealing with COVID right now.
I thought you said she was in Boston.
Well, she will be, but she has COVID right now.
So she told me she's in Boston and told you she has COVID. Is that it?
Well, she's going to Boston, but she got COVID.
Oh, no. Well, she better not go to Boston anytime soon.
Oh, so we wish her all the best. Feeling under the weather tonight, obviously.
She does a great job on the in-game reports as well.
And this was the game she had to be for because Christian Baumgartner scored 4 goals. I mean, when are you ever going to see that again in a soccer game?
Well, it sounds like if the Steel City is actually trying to feed him, you couldn't feed a better player.
He has one of the best nicknames in all of soccer, too, the Train.
The Train. Right next to the metro station. That's probably a really good nickname, too.
For all you American football fans, there was a running back for the Chicago Bears. His name was Anthony Thomas. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Do you remember his nickname?
Anthony Thomas? No.
The A-Train.
Oh, I do remember that now.
He was good that year and not so much after that.
Oh, they get the corner out of this. It's absolutely, the wind is picking up again. I hope we don't hear the windy microphones as a result, but the wind is picking up. It is a little bit misty out. Corner kick down 5-1.
By the way, every goal tonight has been brought to you by Pursuit Wealth Group. And every corner kick is brought to you by Pursuit Wealth Group. No matter where you are in your financial journey, let Pursuit Wealth Group show you the way. Support businesses that support Steel City, including Hella Obscura, John Wright State Farm Agency, and Always Home Real Estate Services.
So another corner kick, right-footed kick.
Yes, that'll go outside.
Oh, that was a nice clear. This is one of those counters. Here's a 3-on-2. This is trouble. This is real trouble.
Goal.
And a push from behind. That is yellow card worthy and a great way to break up that 3-on-2. Oh, they did call it red. Now, the reason they called it red is because they were breaking up this 3-on-2 break intentionally. So they're kicking him off the court after that. So that's, even though it's a 5-1 game, this game is over. There is no chance you're going to come back in a game when you've got one less player now against Steel City. So
it's such an unnecessary play.
It was intentional to break the breakaway. And I like the way the ref didn't hesitate at all. I'm sure the whole entire team was out screaming, red card, red card.
And it's just...
Ref had a lot of help making that call.
These guys wear shin guards, but it's so much different than hockey. Hockey got the chest protector and all the other stuff. When you're hit from behind like that, it could be an ankle injury, it could be a knee injury.
Yeah, clipping penalty in soccer.
And yeah, he wanted to get rid of the breakaway, but I think it was more the frustration, him scoring 4 goals and being down 5-1.
There might have been some of that.
Do you think he would have scored the breakaway goal if he wasn't clipped from behind?
It sure looked like it was going that way. I mean, it was a 3-on-2, and there was nobody behind that. So even if it was another tic-tac-toe play, there's no defenders to stop it. There was going to be somebody 1 on, nothing on the goalie.
Well, you know how in travel soccer, sometimes you're just clearly the best player among the other ones? He scored 4 goals tonight, but do you think in his younger days he scored 5 or more in a game?
No, he's still only 20. He's going to get nothing but better.
Well, no, I meant like in 14U, 12U travel, do you think he scored 5 or more in a game?
Probably, yeah, probably. He's probably that little kid that ran circles around everybody else and scored them by himself without passing.
How many do you think he can score in a futsal game?
What's the most ever? Man, I don't know.
Bicycle and a little bit high.
I mean, all that depends on the league. You got a travel player in a house league. I mean, it could go crazy. And then there's 50 states worth of soccer games going on. High school, U5.
So Christian Baumgartner is one of those guys you have to know where he is on the pitch at all times.
Yes, he needs to be marked at all times. And then, he might be the player that you got to put somebody on him and somebody else to spy that.
We've seen a lot of soccer over the years, right? Of all the great players we've seen, Pele, Mbappe, Rooney. If you had to pick one player where you always have to eye him on the pitch, who would you pick and why?
Messi, of course.
Messi, you think?
Not even a question.
No controversy whatsoever?
Not in my mind. A lot of people say Ronaldo.
Is Neymar in that conversation, that shot?
Maybe nowadays.
Oh, that was closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, maybe nowadays. Pele, of course. But Pele's like Babe Ruth, right? Messi's the real current deal.
Do you think strikers thought that Baumgartner was going to get another hat trick? They knew he got one against Edgewater, but you would think that they circled him, watching the game film and stuff like that. But 4 goals, incredible.
Well, he is that good, and I can see, the choice words from Crawford. I completely understand, because that tic-tac-toe goal, man, there was just, the defense was not there.
Stay on the white shot.
That was well defended out front. Now we got a throw in, so we're going to get another shot on goal here soon.
Remember, the strikers are down a man. That's headed away.
Yeah, we're not going to see too much action on the left side of this field now.
What do? Do you triple team Baumgartner now?
Yeah, right. I think in this game now, strikers are saying, let's just get out of this alive. I mean, it's 5-1. That's bad enough. Let's just make sure they don't score again.
You talk about gamesmanship versus sportsmanship. Look, when is Baumgartner ever going to be another spot to score 5 goals in a game? At the same time, though, if you're Nigel Dillard, are you like, well, we're already going to win this one, as that header is a little bit wide. Do we consider taking him out just for the gamesmanship and sportsmanship of the game?
Well, it's last game of the year, and he's looking for a golden boot record. I don't know. I think leaving him in is just fine. It's not rude.
It's not running up the score at all. It's just one of those crazy things you're never going to see again. That does it for the match. Steel City has a chance of advancing to Division One, and the reason for that, well, it rhymes with Lomnarder.
Are you going to be doing the post game yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It was going to be Kirby, but unfortunately she got sick.
Well, that's awesome. So yeah, for sure, get Baumgartner and ask him what the odds are of them moving up to Division A, and good luck. I mean, what a great game he played. He'll be in demand down there.
I think we might do a 3-shot though, because Darlarge's goal was important. It made it 2-0. He's a defender too. Defenders aren't supposed to score except for Christian Baumgartner, of course.
Yeah. I mean, that is a good choice as well. I would go Baumgartner, and good luck.
5-1 lead. Anything else you got to say? We talked about Baumgartner, but it was really a team effort, including Doppelhofer. The only goal he gave up was off a free kick and just one of those weird ricochet plays.
Well, we're going to hope for Rockford tomorrow, but Steel City played like they really wanted it. They played like a championship team out tonight, and unfortunately, they had some bad breaks during the year, and that's why they are not moving up. They're a terrific team, terrific program.
Unless they get the help.
They might get the help, and what a great place to be here. We look forward to being here next year. We thank Steel City from having us this year as well. So good luck on the interview, and a great game to watch.
All right, our post-game interview brought to you by Ozinga coming up next. But for now, for our excellent crew, for Rolando Delgado and Kevin Labatka, Bruce Oslin, and everybody else that worked for us tonight, thank you so much. Post-game show brought to you by Ozinga coming up next. You go to break.
At Quick Trip, we're known for our fresh and delicious food and our dedication to providing the best customer service. Did you know it takes more than 34,000 dedicated, hard-working people bringing their best every day to make that happen? Quick Trip wants to thank all our co-workers for their tireless hard work and dedication to making a difference in someone's life. Hey, join us in saying thank you to the family of co-workers known for their love of community and treating everyone like family. At Quick Trip, we're known for our fresh and delicious.
The customer service has just blown us away. I have never reached out and not gotten a response within a couple hours. Honestly, like every single time, it's immediate. It's to the right people that know the answer. Like it's not even, hey, let me look into that. It's an answer right away, whether it be something that they know they need to fix or, hey, this is how you do it.
What fills your cup. Those things, big and small, that make each day rewarding. Here's what fills our cup at Educators Credit Union. When you walk in the lobby and see your favorite teller, cultivating financial literacy to build stronger communities. When we help you buy a home when you didn't think it was possible. The best part? Seeing you leave with a smile because we made a difference in your life. It fills our cup to see you succeed because we're more than a financial. We're people helping people. Educators Credit Union, achieving more together.
When you start your paint project with Ace and our Extra Mile Promise, you'll never have to stop and run back to the hardware store. Because the Extra Mile Promise guarantees you'll get everything you need to paint in one trip or delivery is free.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hi, my name is Dr. Mike Nolan.
And I'm Dr. Chad Friend.
And we are
Nolan and Friend Dental Professionals.
We are restorative dentists practicing in Glenview and have been providing dental services in the North Shore area for over 60 years. We are a family-based practice providing care for all ages. We care for our patients as if they were family members. The dental care that you will find here is warm, caring, in a pleasant environment. Our team is highly trained and we will provide excellent customer service to you.
We provide our patients with comprehensive dental care. We're able to do this by meeting with you to do a thorough evaluation using the latest technology, intraoral photos, and digital x-rays. From this visit, we can discuss your dental needs and provide you with a long-term dental treatment plan.
This will include your plan for preventative care as well as any restorative and cosmetic options that you desire. Our practice provides general restorative services such as composite filling, same-day crowns and bridges, implants, partials, and dentures. We also offer cosmetic options including teeth whitening, veneers, Invisalign, and even full smile makeup.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never
It is our passion to cultivate patient relationships.
We welcome you to our practice. Please give us a call.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us.
Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you.
And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us.
It's our pleasure.
Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
from Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
With real fruit and organic veggies, you're sucking awesome. Only at Smoothie King.
Hi guys, welcome to Crumble.
Welcome to Crumble.
Would you like to try our limited time carrot cake?
Totally.
Yeah. Awesome, thank you.
Wedding cakes have multiple tiers, right? And usually the bride chooses the top tier, and so I actually chose carrot cake for mine. So I was like so excited to see this on the menu. Are you ready? Oh, very good. Got frosting. There's the frosting.
It just brings it together.
I'm just gonna keep going.
You can get your vegetables on this way. You don't even taste the carrots.
For the kids, bring them here, get their veggies. This is actually way better than my wedding cake. You have to accidentally put raisins in mine, which is so gross. No raisins, holla. Good job, Crumble. So this is only available through Saturday before Easter. Make sure you come in and get it while it's here.
Welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Ozinga. I'm Kyle Smith along with the SBS Men of the Match, Christian. Welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Ozinga. I'm Kyle Smith along with the SBS Men of the Match, Christian Baumgartner on my left and Justin Darlarge on my right. A 5-1 dominating win for Steel City tonight. Justin, you scored to make it 2-0. Looks like that was going to be the insurance goal. But then a guy named Christian Baumgartner came alive in the second half.
Yeah, he just loves scoring goals. Just want to take the glory away from us, I guess. But no, I mean, solid performance. He's getting behind. There's a reason why he plays at DePaul, and he's one of their better players.
Christian, do you know what your stat line is tonight?
4 goals. 4 goals.
Not just that. 9 shots. 6 on goal. 4 that went past the goal line. And maybe a 5th one, you had a breakaway, but then the red card late in the match. Have you ever scored 4 goals in a match before?
Once again, we're looking back at the youth days, maybe 8 years old, but today was a whole lot of fun. Teammates made it easy, just laying it off, and I just had to tap it in today again. So,
what were you hearing from strikers? You're getting past the D, getting whatever you wanted. You got past the goalkeeper and Crawford. Were they saying anything to you? Like, what is up with this guy tonight?
They kept saying, watch this guy, and I don't think they had a clear idea in mind to shut it down, so it worked out.
If Rockford wins tomorrow night, you would have the head-to-head tiebreaker over Edgewater Castle because of your 3-goal performance earlier in the season. What would that mean to you to finish tied for second if Rockford takes care of business tomorrow night?
Yeah, that'd be great. I think we finished very strong at the end of the season. I think we had the potential to get that first place promotion spot if we had played like that the whole entire year. But second place would be great and a great step for next year, so we can finally get promotion again next year.
Look, we talked a lot about Christian, but let's talk about you as well. You got that goal to make it 2-0, but let's talk about your team as well. Doppelhofer looked like he was going to have the clean sheet, and then just a bad ricochet off the wall into the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, it was unlucky. I mean, put in a good performance. I thought it was worthy of a clean sheet, but stuff happens. Weird things happen in front of the goal. Can't control it, but it is what it is. I'll take a 4-goal win. So.
You were listed as a defender on the depth chart tonight, but you scored.
Yeah.
And this guy plays defense at DePaul. What's up with these defensemen scoring goals at Steel City?
Hey, defenders love scoring goals too. You know. I mean, it's always a good time when you get in front of the net. Hopefully you put it on target and it goes in the back, but yeah, we'll take it.
Final thoughts about the win tonight. You need Edgewater to lose to get second place. You guys going to go to Chicago and root for Rockford against the Rooks tomorrow night?
No. I mean, we hope for the best. We should have taken care of business in the games before, but it is what it is. Yeah, go for it next year.
That's Justin Darlarge and Christian Baumgartner. Big thank you to all our interns that worked for us this summer. So for Kevin Labaka, Ryan Saru Young, Stephen Taylor, everybody else that worked for us this summer, thank you so much. And a big thank you to Kirby Ferris as well. Hope she feels well. For everybody else, I'm Kyle Smith, and we'll see you next time on Sports Broadcast Solutions.